Hello everybody, my name is Maherna McEvely and I am the Director of Tourism and Travel Development with Mysterious Adventures Tours. Do you like a mystery? Do you like adventure? Do you like tours? What about putting the three together? We have done so for an amazing vacation tour in Scotland in 2020. It starts July the 11th and it goes on until the 19th. So you're talking about a 9-day, 8-night tour. It covers all of the amazing haunted places in Scotland. And we have an amazing ambassador. I'll tell you about him in a minute and I'll show you a picture of him. So what I'm going to do here today, this is going to be brief enough because it is a jam-packed itinerary. It's going to be fantastic. We are offering this at a very low price. You can go on the website and see all the details of this tour, and that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to skip over. I'll do maybe one or two places on each day here. I'll show you some photographs, I'll give you some information, and then I want you to take a cup of coffee and pick out a half an hour tonight and go on mysteriousadventurestours.com and have a look at the itinerary yourself. And you only have, there was a registration date. We're after moving that back so that people can get a chance to get Christmas over them before they pay a deposit. To secure your place for this tour, you only need to put down $100. That's amazing. And we also offer an interest-free deposit installment plan as well. So you'll find all that information on the website. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is tell you about our amazing ambassador. Our amazing ambassador is called Rick McCallum. I'm going to show you a photograph. And what I'm going to do here today, I will pick out a couple of places that we're going to go every day. I'll show you photographs of it. I'll give you a little information, but then you should take a half an hour tonight or tomorrow evening and just open up the website and have a look at the actual itinerary and all the information about it. This is Rick. Rick is amazing. Rick is a stuntman from Hollywood. He has worked with all the greats. He has worked with the likes of Clint Eastwood. He's worked with Barry Boswick, Oliver Platt, Christopher North. He has been in many movies. I'd say he's been doing this for about 35 years. He has worked in Hollywood for 35 years and he has definitely been involved in about over 75 movies. So he's very, very well known in the movie world there. He was in mostly paranormal or horror movies, and he's just one of these really nice guys. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to move to one side. I'm going to show you some photographs of some places on different days, and you will see where you're going. You'll get an idea. I don't want to give you the whole lot here. I want you to just relax and soak it all in when you go to the website later on. So I'm going to move to one side. I'm going to give you information about Rick, and we'll go from there. Okay, I hope you enjoy this, and I hope that we hear from you very soon and we get your name down on for the tour and secure your place, because really it's going to be fantastic. Okay, so Rick, I'm going to talk to you about Rick a little bit. Rick McCallum is his name. He's been a professional stuntman, actor and stunt coordinator for over 35 years, having more than 75 movies and TV projects to his name. Many include horror movies, most notably Hatchet 2, where he is chainsawed in half by his friend Kane Hodder. Now these guys organised, eventually they met each other and they were doing a paranormal investigation, because Rick, while he's on location, he will pick the closest place he can to do an investigation, because he's been very interested in the paranormal and investigation since he was about 13. But his friend Kane, actually, when they were doing an investigation of Ohio State Reformatory, they realized that their mutual interest was great. So actually they created Hollywood's Ghost Hunters. Now they were later joined by a third actor, and they've gone from strength to strength. Rick has investigated iconic places all over America, Scotland, England, Ireland, all over the place, and Australia. He's been down to Australia as well, and his ghost hunting, the ghost hunters of Hollywood, have gone all over the place, and Rick is part of that. Now, that's why we contacted Rick to ask him would he be our ambassador for Scotland, because Scotland is like his second home. He loves it, and he goes there at least twice a year if he can at all, and knows he knows Scotland like the back of his hand, and he knows all of the haunted places, and his expertise is amazing. He helped us put this itinerary together, and apart from anything else, and apart from his expertise with the paranormal and haunted places, he is actually a really, really, really nice guy, and I think you're going to love hanging out with him for 9 days. Can you imagine hanging out with somebody that works with all these? I mean, Rick is extremely well known himself in Hollywood, and he's just one of those guys that you can hang out with and have good fun with. So, if nothing else, you get to hang out with Chris or Rick for that length of time. So anyhow, I'm going to pick maybe 1 or 2 places on each day, and I'll show you photographs of it all on each day, and hopefully you will enjoy this, and I hope I don't make an absolute mess of it. Okay, that happens to be Edinburgh Castle. Now, Edinburgh Castle dates back to 1103. Perched high above the Scottish capital, world famous Edinburgh Castle was built in 1103 and believed by many authorities to be one of the most haunted places in Scotland, and there have been numerous reports of paranormal activity over the years. Former prisoners are said to continue to haunt the dungeons. One of the most frequent is the headless drummer, first seen shortly after Oliver Cromwell attacked Castle in 1605. So there you go. Not such a great history there, but it's kind of, scary. But if you're into ghost hunting, that's the place to go. So Edinburgh Castle would be one on day 1. What happens is we're going to meet with you at the airport in the morning. We're going to ask you to take an overnight flight, but don't book anything yet until we tell you to do so. And Rick will be there, and one of our representatives will be there as well, and we will meet you. But this is a secret. You have to go on the website to see who else is going to be helping us lead the tour. I'm not going to tell you here. You're going to have to go to the website, but you're going to be really happy when you see it. So okay, so here's another place where we are visiting on day 1, and then I'm going to jump on to day 2 because we have such a packed itinerary. It'll take me all day to go through them all. So this, what is that? Okay, in Ireland we would call that a graveyard. In Scotland they call it a kirkyard. In America they call it a cemetery. This is an amazing place, and if you want the living daylights scared out of you, this is the place to go, because there's a poltergeist there. I'm going to read you a little information about that. This is called Greyfriars Kirkyard, and it's in Edinburgh as well. The Mackenzie poltergeist haunts that graveyard. Meet Mackenzie poltergeist, who looms in the back of the Greyfriars near the Black Mausoleum. Considered one of the most feared structures in Edinburgh, this tomb is haunted by the poltergeist spirit of Sir George Mackenzie. It is said he condemned many to death in 1600s. Many have experienced unexplained bruises appear on their bodies and other dark occurrences. So we are going to visit that place. Now, there's another place. I'm not going to tell you what's on for the rest of the day. You're going to have to find that out on Mysterious Adventures Tours. Okay, day 2. Let me just check this now. Day 2 is Craigmire Castle. Let me just see. I don't want to show you the wrong photograph, because it's quite possible that I would show you the wrong photograph. But you get an idea, and even if I do show you the wrong photograph, you'll be able to go on the website and see the correct one. So let's see, Craigmire Castle is one of the places we are going to. There you go, isn't that fantastic? This ruined 14th century medieval castle is famed for hosting the convalescing Queen Mary of Scots after the birth of her son James VI. She's not the only one said to lurk in the afterlife. Many have reported seeing a ghost wearing a long dark blue hooded cloak with a mass of tangled black hair that falls over his forehead. His evil eyes are known to gleam menacingly on the approaching of the mortal. So that is Craigmire Castle. Yes. So that's day 2. I might give you another one on day 2. Just let me see. No. If I have the photographs. Oh, yes. There you go. What's that? One might ask, what is that? Okay, I'm going to tell you what it is. Gilmerton Cove. That's what we're looking at there. Gilmerton Cove. And this is on day 2. And then there's 1 or 2 more places that we're visiting on day 2. So I'm going to give you some information on that. Hidden in the southern suburbs, this underground cove is a series of hand-carved subterranean caverns, originally hacked out of the rock. Their origin and function still remains a chilling mystery. The secrets of its original purpose only add to the eerie feel of the sparsely lit vaults. So don't be surprised if you come across a ghost of one of its former inhabitants. There you go. That's day 2. Okay. Day 3. Let me see. Day 3. Oh, okay. This is a scary place. What do you think of that? That's called Bannockburn House. That's what that is. And I will give you some information on that now. Where is it? There's so much on this tour. It's amazing. I mean, you're going to be brought to so many places. And I'm really thrilled that we're doing this and that we're bringing you to these places. Built in the 17th century, this will be the setting for our first ghost hunt. This is an investigation. Carefully selected to be of great impression, this property has brought forth tremendous evidence of dark presence. Witnesses have experienced feeling sick, choked, and generally oppressed. On the light side, the estate also carries filming fame. In 2019, it was the shooting location for Susan Hill's The Woman in Black, a ghost story. So you're actually getting to, not alone are you getting to be part of an investigation, you're actually going to the location of a film set. And you're going to get all that history as well. So that is day, what did I say, day 2? I mean, can you imagine? This is only day 2. Yeah, or is it day 3? No, sorry, it's day 3. Day 4. Now, there's 2 or 3 more places on day 2 or 3. So I'm only running through some of these places. Oh, day 4. I'm going to give you one place that you're going to love it. No, is that it? Wait till I see. I just want to make sure that I have the right place. You know, just in case. I hope you're getting excited already, because I am. I'm excited. Stirling Castle. Stirling Castle is one of the largest and most important castles in Scotland. Several Scottish kings and queens have been crowned at here, including Mary Queen of Scots in 1542. So not alone has it hauntings, but it's very, very rich in history. The phantom of the Green Lady is thought to have been a servant girl to Mary's Queen of Scots. Legend tells that the girl was watching over the queen, when a fire caught hold in the queen's room. The girl managed to save the queen, but losing her own life in the process. So she haunts that castle, Stirling Castle, and that is on, what day is that on? I think it's day 4. Now on day 4 we also go to the jail, and we do a Stirling ghost tour as well in Stirling. So you get Stirling Castle, Stirling Jail, and you get a ghost tour around Stirling. That's fantastic. Day 5, Abbotsford House. Let's see, what do we do? Abbotsford House and Pollock House. There's Abbotsford House. I'm going to give you a little bit of information about that. Hey. Ooh, let's see. There's so much. So this house was built in 1823. This was the stately home of the Scottish novelist Sir Walter Scott, author of The Lady of the Lake and Rob Roy. Today, due to its pristine posture, the estate is listed in the Executive Inventory of Gardens and Designed Landscapes of Scotland. Be careful when we walk into Scott's library or sit in his dining room. That's where the great author died, after exhausting himself writing in an attempt to pay off huge debts. His spirit may show himself to remind you of his legacy. Yeah, what do you think of that? Let me just see. That is one of the places I really want to go. And then there is Pollock House. Isn't that beautiful? So the historic Pollock House might be most famous for its grand stately home. However, behind this Georgian grandeur lies blood-curdling tales. In the 1670s, Janet Douglas, a mute servant girl, regained the ability to speak after a strange illness. She then accused 5 local people of consorting with the devil, leading to their execution. A staff of the visitor centre once said it's believed the spirit of the witches still remain. It said Janet held the power as a witch finder, later vanishing without a trace. So there's history for you. Let me see, that is day... Ooh. Are you getting excited yet? I hope you are, because we're excited. We can't wait to bring you to all these places. We can't wait to hang out with Rick McCallum. We can't wait to have you all over there and get all excited about this. That is day 5. Day 6 is... Ooh, let's see, where's day 6? I think day 6 is Huntington Tower Castle, one of the castles. I don't want to give you the wrong photograph, but you'll forgive me if I do. Ooh, yes, I love all this. Huntington Tower Castle. Okay, I'm going to say it is this one, Huntington Tower Castle, once known as the Ruthven Palace. This castle is from the 15th century, so as you know, just like Ireland, all those castles go back to 15th, 16th, 17th century castles. They're all very old, they're all very historic, and they all have really kind of horrific histories, you know, because there's been invasions and there's been fighting and there's been takeovers, and that's the way they lived. So the castle's phantom is called My Lady Greensleeves, a young woman called Dorothea, who was the daughter of one of the elderly dwellers. When her spirit appears, it is in prophecy to an upcoming death or imminent bad luck. She also has appeared to heal the sick. Either way, it is a stirring experience to see her. Take note, others have described her as the Lady in White. So, there you go. Lady in White. And our next investigation is here in Balgony Castle. This is our second investigation, and we are really excited about this one. The magnificent sandstone residence of Raymond Morris, the much honoured Laird of Balgony, is one of the finest 14th century towers in Scotland. A phantom called Green Jenny, described as a fluorescent ghost, drifts through the old parts of the castle after dusk. There is also a ghost of a soldier with a musket. He's seen in the castle courtyard. So that's at least two ghosts that you could see there. And it will be interesting to see that. Now, that is day 6. What did I say? What day is that? Did I say this? Is that day 6? Let me just see. That's day 7 actually. Day 8, I'm going to bring you to one more place on day 8. Yes. This is called Balcarres Castle House. That's one of the places that we're visiting on day 8. Let me get the information on that. I'm very scattered here altogether. Balgony Castle. A Scottish Jacobite rising force. Viscount Dundee was killed during the Battle of Killiecranach in the late 17th century. He appeared to Lord Balcarres in this property shortly after his death. Could he still be lurking this majestic castle along with others? To carry on with this whimsical story, Edinburgh Castle also claims this event for itself. So it is haunted as well. So all of our places are haunted. We are going to be going to St. Andrews then, and St. Andrews ghost tour. You're going to have a ghost tour in St. Andrews. And that is on that's day 8, I think. There's so much more. There is another, let me just see. There is another Balgony Castle, Balcarres Castle. There's Kelly Castle on day 8. There's St. Andrew's Cathedral on day 7. And actually we're doing a St. Andrew's ghost tour as well. And there's St. Andrew's Cathedral, St. Andrew's Castle is there as well. So there's an awful lot. There's an awful lot in this whole itinerary. Now, as I said, what I see, I'll move back, and you can have a look at some other photographs. I'm just going to move. Just have a quick look. You're going to see all of these on the tour. But what I would say to you is this: go to the website, take it nice and easy, relax, and enjoy the itinerary. So there you go. MysteriousAdventurestours.com. Get your name in. It's only $100 to secure your place on this tour. Give yourself the gift of travel. Give yourself the gift of mysterious adventures with Rick McCallum, with our representatives in Mysterious Adventure Tours. And then if you want to know the surprise other two guests that we have with us on our tour, I would advise you to check it out on the website. Take a half an hour, take a cup of coffee, and just enjoy. All right, thank you very much. If you want to contact us, we're at mysteriousAdventurestours@gmail.com. If you have any questions at all, contact us through that email or contact us through the website. We would be delighted to talk to you. All right, guys, thank you very much. Thanks for the time. I hope you enjoyed the little video and have a fantastic Christmas. All right, bye.